You think dividends are boring? Good. Because the people selling you passive income dreams are counting on that boredom. They're counting on you not doing the math. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't feel confused about dividend income because it's complicated. You feel confused because the internet made it emotional. One side screams, $10,000 in dividends? That's nothing. Waste of time. The other side whispers, just buy high yield and let the money rain down. Both are half-truths, and half-truths are how money gets siphoned out of regular people quietly. So today we're doing this the honest way. No hype, no fantasy, no retire in 12 months nonsense, just math, and a little uncomfortable reality. Listen, you don't feel broke because you're bad at money. You feel broke because you were sold a cartoon version of investing. You were shown screenshots of dividend payments that look like paychecks. You were told $10,000 could start replacing your income. And then, when you actually run the numbers, you feel stupid, like you're missing something. You're not. You're just finally looking at reality. And reality isn't sexy, it's structural. Let's start simple. If you invest $10,000 at a 3% dividend yield, $10,000 times 0.03 equals $300 per year. That's $25 per month. $25. That's the moment most people pause and think, wait, that's it? Yes, that's it. And here's where it gets interesting. The average dividend yield in the U.S. stock market often floats around 1.5% to 2%. Dividend-focused ETFs usually sit closer to 2.5% to 4%. Notice the word average. Average numbers get weaponized online because the average sounds impressive in theory, but the real-world experience of someone starting with $10,000 feels small. Let that sink in. The fantasy is built on scale. The math is built on reality. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The real trap isn't low dividends. The trap is chasing high yield because you feel behind. I call this the yield mirage. Dividend yield equals annual dividend divided by stock price. So when a company's price drops, the yield goes up, even if the business is getting weaker. That 10% yield you saw, it might not be generosity. It might be a warning sign. And here's the insidious part. There are teams of analysts, strategists, and behavioral economists designing products around your desire for monthly income. Covered call funds, ultra-high yield ETFs, leveraged income strategies. They know your brain loves cash flow. It feels safe, predictable, rewarding. But sometimes that income is just your future returns being extracted early. That's not passive income, that's financial gravity. So let's break dividend yields into realistic buckets. 1 to 2.5% dividend growth, lower income today, often stronger businesses. 2.5 to 4% balanced dividend ETFs, blue chip style portfolios. 5 to 8% higher yield, more risk, could include REIT-heavy or options-based funds. 9% plus, usually a red flag, not always, but often. Now let's do clean math. $10,000 at 2% equals $200 per year, about $16.67 per month. At 3%, that's $300 per year, $25 per month. At 4%, $400 per year, $33 per month. At 6%, $600 per year, $50 per month. At 10%, $1,000 per year, about $83 per month. Even at 6%, you're not living off dividends. You're covering groceries. And that's the part nobody says out loud. That's okay. The problem isn't that dividends are small. The problem is you expected them to feel big. Now here's where things change, because $10,000 isn't a paycheck. It's a seed.
If you reinvest dividends at 3%, after 10 years, $10,000 times 1.03 to the power of 10 equals roughly $13,439. That's from dividends alone, ignoring price growth. But real portfolios also grow in price. Let's assume an 8% total return, dividends plus growth combined. After 10 years, about $21,589. After 20 years, about $46,610. After 30 years, about $100,627. Read that again. $10,000 turning into over $100,000, not because of hype, because of time. Now listen carefully. This is where most people sabotage themselves. They chase higher yield for more income today and sacrifice total return. That's the reverse compound effect. Small decisions that feel good now quietly cost you 6 figures later. You don't feel it immediately. You feel it at 55. Now let's talk about why this is emotionally hard. Opting out of the income now mindset makes you weird. Your friends are financing cars, upgrading apartments, posting lifestyle wins. Nobody posts, "I reinvested $300 in dividends this year." You look boring. But here's the chasm most people fall into. They try to look wealthy instead of becoming wealthy. Dividends don't feel impressive at $25 a month, but reinvesting quietly for 30 years, that's structural power. And society doesn't reward delayed gratification socially. It rewards visible consumption. You're not crazy for feeling behind. You're living inside a system optimized for extraction. So let's answer the question honestly. How much dividend income from $10,000? Realistically, $200 to $600 per year for diversified stock-based strategies, about $16 to $50 per month before taxes. Not life-changing, not job quitting, not yacht money. But here's the shift. Dividends alone won't save you. Time plus dividend growth plus reinvestment plus total return discipline, that changes everything. There is no magic yield. There is no secret ETF that pays you like a salary from 10 grand. The system isn't designed to make wealth fast. It's designed to make consumption easy. But once you see that, you stop playing the wrong game. Automate investing. Reinvest dividends. Stop chasing yield. Buy boring, durable assets. And most importantly, stop caring what people think your money should look like. Because $25 a month feels small until it becomes $1,000 a month. And that only happens for people who were patient enough to look stupid early. This is Ron from Investabro. If you had $10,000 today, would you choose higher income now or lower income now but faster growth? Comment A or B and tell me why. And if you want the next breakdown, how much dividend income from $100,000 with realistic numbers, or how to build a simple 3 ETF dividend portfolio step by step, let me know. We'll do it the honest way. No hype, no fantasy.